everybody, and welcome to today's Power Up episode with Maude, Garrett, the one and only. Oh, you're on this side. Here we go.
I'm on this side. Oh my gosh, both of us got it wrong.
Yes!
Yay!
We did it! It'll take us forever to figure this out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to those of you who are here watching this live on the Twitch channel, or those of you who are watching this in the future on the Geek Bomb YouTube channel, or those of you who are listening to this in the future on all the places that you get your podcasts.
Thank you so much for joining us for Power Up this week. Every single week, though, Trisha and I get together and we talk about what we are currently playing, watching, and reading. Every other week, we get a guest on. But I tell you what, this episode, we thought we'd do a little bit of both. But we are going to talk about what we are playing, watching, and reading. We're also going to be taking some comments, not only with the live viewers in the Twitch chat, but also if you are a backer for Geek Bomb's Patreon at patreon.com/geekbomb, we prioritize your questions too in a little segment we call Bombs Away, which will feature at the end of PWR. But I'll tell you what, it's still locked down. And it will be for a little bit longer. So
shelter in place? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to be doing this for a while. Maude and I, before we went live today, I was just talking about how, I'm so happy it's Friday because I am fried. I am fried. How are you feeling, Maude?
Well, it's technically my Sunday, if that makes any sense to you guys at all. Yeah, yes. I work different days of the week, so it's even harder to figure out what day it is.
Sure.
I just wake up and I'm like, do I have to get up now or can I play a little bit of Animal Crossing? You know, they're my days.
Well, and that's honestly why I'm so glad that we're doing the show, too, because I know I just tweeted it out, but I was like, what's everybody playing, watching, and reading this weekend? Because thank God it's Friday, and I need to escape into stuff. So come join Maude and I as we tell you what to play, watch, and read.
Play, watching, reading is so great for me because my day job is to watch a whole lot of content and to form opinions on them. So I figure if I'm going to watch all this stuff anyway, I may as well share everything that I've learned with you guys as well. Plus on the side, I'm playing video games and I'm in a book club. So really, PWR is my Triforce at the moment.
Ah, yes. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into playing and bring in Amy for What's Going Off.
Yes. Hi, Amy. Cassandra.
Yeah.
Hi. Good. How are you guys doing?
Good to see ya.
Good. You too. So let's kick it off with this PlayStation 5 gameplay. Trish, I know you tweeted about this and you were super pumped. So yeah, we got our first ever real-time PS5 gameplay. It was demoed with Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 actually drops in late 2021, which is a whiles away. We still got some time, but the film quality is actually comprised of millions/billions of polygons, which I don't know much about what that means. I just know that it looks gorgeous because if you look at it, hello. Yeah. It supports next gen, current gen, PC, Mac, iOS, Android, everything. I think we've also talked about other kinds of gameplay on the show, and I think what's so stunning is just how beautiful it looks. It looks like a movie. Fans everywhere were freaking out. Like I said, Trish, you were.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was definitely freaking out because, and the part that I tweeted, the specific part of the demo that I tweeted, people were like, yeah, but that's a cinematic. And I was like, they're saying it's a tech demo, but they're saying it's a playable tech demo, which means that is someone actually playing that, which is
That was
insane.
my thought as well.
Right?
Yeah, because usually when you see the best part of a game, it is a cinematic part. And you're like, well, this is amazing. And then, of course, when you start playing, you're like, I'm just waiting for this to look as good as what I saw. So to say that it's playable, gameplay in it is breathtaking. But it also at the same time, Trisha, we've been playing video games for decades. And the evolution between the systems is super crucial and important. And I've been waiting for this next gen and what it's going to look and feel and sound like for a little while. So I needed something like this to be like, yay, now I'm feeling like my PS4 is getting a little clunkier and dated, and now I can see where we're going, and that's exciting.
See, and it's funny for me to hear you say that because in my opinion, the big selling point for new consoles, generation after generation, has been look at this massive improvement in graphical quality. And the PS4 still has some really stunning and beautiful games. So I don't know the jump that we're going to get in graphical quality between PS4 and PS5 or current gen and next gen, whichever platform you choose to speak about, is going to be quite as impressive as it has been in console gens past, if that makes sense. So I feel like maybe marketing should even kind of shift away from saying, but look at these graphics, to, and look at the lack of loading screens, and like talk about some of the other improvements that might really sell this for people.
Like, when are we getting into haptic suits? You know, when are we slowly going into the Oasis? So that, for me, I think is great. PlayStation, if you were like, once you have it, you won't have to update for 6 months, I'd be like, because I feel like every time I button on my PlayStation, it's like, oh, one moment, please. Same as my Switch, actually. It's just a constant series of different updates. So I understand why they're doing it, and it's for improvements, but that could be cool. What are some of the other ways that we could go in the future of gaming, aside from...
I mean, honestly, I think that I think that the next thing that's going to happen once we get 5G more universal is that game streaming, the way it was initially promised, will probably be more accessible to people. And I think that's going to change things from a hardware focus to more of a software focus, because it won't matter what hardware you have. Now, much in the same way that music enthusiasts still collect records, I do think there's still going to be people, probably myself included, that are like, but I really love having my PC hardware, and like the fact that I build the better hardware and machine that I build, the better my games look. Like, there's really something to love about that, and a whole culture around that I don't think is going to be ready to give that up anytime soon. But once we really do get to the point where you can walk around and stream a AAA game to your phone while you're, you know, on the train or on your commute to work or whatever, I think that's going to be where gaming goes. I would also love to see, as you mentioned, Maude, haptic feedback suits, get us really into the Oasis and Ready Player One, and make that happen. That would be really nice. I just, people that watch this channel know I just had a massive VR stream on Wednesday. That was crazy. So now my studio is set up to stream VR, which is not something that I thought I'd be tackling anytime soon, but I did it, and we were playing some Half-Life Alyx, and it was terrifying.
Oh, really?
Oh, scary. Yeah, and also, I'm going to throw this out into chat right now, and I'll share it with all the Geek Bombers on YouTube as well, but if anyone's interested in getting into VR, I'm currently partnering with AMD to do a massive giveaway, and you can win the graphics card, the headset, and a copy of the game Half-Life Alyx that's the exact thing that I used. So I'll throw that up into chat right now.
Trisha, did you happen to bump into the wall during that?
Oh, I sure did. Yeah, did you see that?
Comments are totally just airing all your...
Oh, yeah, I did. I ran smack into the wall. I accidentally gonged my gong with the Vive controller. And I freaked myself out so much that it took me, like, you know how when you have like 7 cups of coffee and your heart's just doing this? Yes. I was that for like 30 minutes after that stream. No joke.
It looks terrifying.
Well.
No joke. So yeah,
I've still got
you guys.
I've still got the Quest.
Oh, the Quest is amazing.
I still have to take it out of the box and play it. I've had it for like 8 months.
The Quest is really good.
I keep hearing that. One of these days, chat, viewers, I promise you. I just realized I have to keep that now. I will try to play the Quest.
Here,
that is my quest.
I mean, you didn't say when, so as long as you do it.
Gotta check those T's and C's.
There we go.
I mean, thanks so much for showing us what is going off in terms of news. Trisha and I are going to start exploring what we have been playing the last 2 weeks. We'll see you in a little bit, Amy.
Yay! All right, Maude, what have you been playing?
That's watching.
Oh,
I have. Uno momento.
Maude, what have you been playing?
I have been playing a game called Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Now, this is something that I've spoken about before in a lot of detail because I played this game on the PC with my family growing up. It is a turn-based strategy game where you have different castles and citadels and different sort of like types of armies that you can create and generate and take over different parts in this sort of like somewhat of a sandbox table bird's eye view where you have heroes to traverse around. Yes,
we are long lost sisters. I spent so much time playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3 on the PC as a tiny human. I'm with you. This game's amazing. This game is so good. It was my introduction into turn-based strategy and games that operate like this. And yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, and I'm trying to figure out if it's because I played it when I was younger, that's why I still love it so much, or if it still to this day is a really, really good game. So if you're watching and you need a game to play and you want to spend $10 on GOG.com, jump on there, get it, play it, tell me what you think, because I've been playing it again. I found a couple of years ago the original just basic Heroes of Might and Magic 3 that you could play on iPad.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately bought that, but then played sort of like 40 hours of it and realized that it wasn't the expansions. So it was just the base kind of like maps and levels. And I played it and I was like, oh, I needed more. And then I found out that it was on sale on Steam for like $3.79, and I was like, I have to tell everyone about this. And so when I tweeted it, someone said, you can get all the expansions for $10, and I was like, oh! So immediately downloaded it, and I've clocked about 30 hours in the last week alone on it, which is not so bad on terms of the fact that, on top of the fact that I'm working a 50-hour work week as well, 6 days. So like I was playing it for 2 hours before this, and it was really hard for me to actually stop to start working again.
Yeah, it's an addictive game.
Beautiful. Oh.
Maude, I have a funny story I have to tell you about Heroes of Might and Magic that goes back to SourceFed. So there used to be a show on SourceFed Nerd. I don't know if it was still going when you were there, but Head to Head, it was a video game challenge show.
No.
One of us would challenge, whoever won the week before would challenge someone else in the office to a video game head to head. And whoever was challenged got to pick the game, traditionally.
Okay.
Phil challenged me one episode, and I said, great, I want to challenge you in Heroes of Might and Magic. And
because it's local competitive. Like
he was like, absolutely not. And I was like, what do you mean? I get to pick the game. I was the one challenged. And he was like, that's a boring, stupid old game and no one wants to watch it. Yep. Uh-huh. And I was like, translation, you don't know that game and don't know how to play it and don't want to get your butt kicked in public. That's at least how I interpreted it. He might have said legitimately he didn't think that... I think his thing was turn-based games aren't good to stream because they're not interesting to watch, because he preferred to watch a lot more like Halo or, that more fast-paced type of game. But I am glad to find another person that loves Heroes of Might and Magic out there, Maude.
What was your favorite, castle, your favorite base? There was like rampart, dungeon, castle. Oh. So each one of these has different types of monsters that you can, or creatures.
I just remember getting as many griffins as I could.
You're castle based. Got it. Okay. I'm rampart, because rampart has this ability where you can unlock a treasury where you gain 10% of whatever income you have at the start of a new week.
Okay.
It's really well done. I bloody love this game, guys. And I'm wondering if anyone else has people are threatening to unsubscribe Phil's show because
No, please don't. I think he genuinely thought a turn-based old game would not be interesting to watch. And also, this was back in, 2012. So it was before there were so many different types of people streaming so many different types of games. A lot of the games content that was out there was first-person shooter type content and was a lot quicker moving, or comedy-based content where it would be like everybody's playing Castle Crashers while they're drinking and there's witty commentary going on. So I'm sure he was thinking of it from a producer standpoint of what will make good content. But I was also like, thanks for shooting down the one game I know I can beat you at, and the one genre I know I can beat you at. Cool.
Cut to Trisha if that actually happened. She's like, I'm going to get all my griffins and I'm going to make sure they have enough armies and I'm going to collect them all and I'm going to... Right. But it's really good.
Yes, the other
plan. It has one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a game in a while. So that each one of these different castles, you can see in the graphic in the middle, it's a dungeon there. So that's where you can, at each new week, you can collect new armies. It's so hard to describe, but if you know it, you know it.
It's really good. But STS just brought up in chat, Phil also thought D&D wasn't streamable. So what does he know? And that's true. That was right around the same time that he told me no one would ever watch a D&D show, which I think was a few months before Critical Role launched. So,
Source-fed D&D. Let's have a look at the views on this one, shall we?
Oh, yes, Maude. When you did finally launch D&D on SourceFed, how many views did it get?
For season 1, episode 1, 421,453 views.
Riddle me this. Well, as I've said time and time again, I am so glad that you were finally able to do it. I tried with every dying breath to make that happen and got shot down every time. So
here's what's up with that. We had a brainstorm meeting. We would do these every now and then just to pitch shows and to kind of like have a bunch of ideas. And I was like, all right, guys, this may sound strange and you probably never heard it before, but I'd really like to do a D&D show. Keep in mind, this is before Critical Role was airing.
Yeah.
And unanimously, everyone started speaking, going, oh my God, Trisha's been trying to pitch that the whole time. And I was like, why didn't it happen? They're like, we actually don't know. And I'm like, well, we're making it happen. And it ended up being so huge that when I left, they carried on and continued another season of it. Yay. And then when everything died, I was like, yoink, Fungeons and Flagons.
Yoink, my idea. I love it. I'm so glad that you were able to get revenge. That's like, you revenged my idea, and I appreciate that.
And that's why I got you back on for season 2, like as a staple character. Season 1, you were a guest in the finale, and you crushed it in that moment. The last 2 episodes, I believe, that was spectacular because you like showed everyone else how to play D&D, and everyone's like, "Oh, you can do that!" And you're like, "I take my 2." You know, what you had like 2 silver sides.
I think I was dual wielding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
What are you playing though?
What am I playing right now? So Half-Life ALYX. I was just kind of talking about it with VR. But because I had my Quest, which you can't play Half-Life ALYX on a Quest, it's a little more robust than a Quest can handle, I wasn't playing it. But then luckily, through the partnership that I am doing for the giveaway right now, I was able to get my hands on a Vive Pro, which is, like I said, the exact headset I'm giving away. A Vive Pro, a fancy new graphics card, and Half-Life ALYX. Voila, it's here. Now, that being said, everyone has told me Half-Life ALYX is the game that you need to like show what VR games are capable of. A lot of games that are developed for virtual reality right now feel more like demos to show you what the tech can do, and they're not really games that draw you in the same way as other AAAs that are out there. But this is the first time everyone's saying, no, this is a VR game that makes you care about the characters and the plot, and it's really well done, and it's super immersive. So I was very excited to jump into it. Then I will say, it is also terrifying. And it's a scary game in VR, Maude. And I don't think that it's intended to be as scary as it is. Like, the immersion of being in virtual... What's trying to get you? Huh?
What's trying to get you?
There's aliens. Aliens and zombies. Aliens and zombies. Yeah. So I think that fortunately, at least the part of the game I'm in right now, they move slowly, which is better. But like, you know, the music and the atmosphere and the tone and everything just makes it so much creepier that I think if I were playing this on a 2D display in front of me, it wouldn't be scary, but because you're in it, it's terrifying. And that's one of the things that's always so hard, in my experience, about streaming virtual reality experiences, because the audience can never experience it to the same level that you're experiencing it. So I've seen a lot of people watch streamers who are in virtual reality and say, oh, they're faking it. They're not really that scared. Like, this isn't that scary. But it's so hard to convey how terrifying it is when you're in there.
I'm not with this.
So I wonder you had sure there's like a million clips of me freaking out. But it was crazy.
Hey, can people watch that on your Twitch? If they are on your Twitch right now, is it a previous video that they can go back and check out?
Oh, yeah, it's a VOD, and I'm actually going to put a highlight cut up of a lot of these scarier clips on my YouTube channel, probably on Monday.
And where can people find out more details for the giveaway and the competition that you're having?
So I'm posting the link in chat right now, but Maude, I will also send it to you after we record, so that if you want to share it with Geek Bomb, either the Geek Bombers on the Patreon or the Geek Bombers on the YouTube channel or whatever, because as many people as want can join it, and it's international shipping and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just excited. There's also 2 winners, I should say. There's going to be 2 winners, and each of the 2 winners get the whole prize package. So you get the graphics card, the headset, and the game, and 2 different people are going to win that whole prize package. Maude, you can enter.
So if you would like to have this shit scared out of your body, make sure you apply for that one.
Yes. Here, I'm going to put the giveaway link in chat one more time, unless you missed it the first time. But yeah, and we'll share it with Keith Mom too.
Should the game be fun? That'd be a no. No, because I wouldn't be able to see it.
You won't do it.
And then I'd have an axe in my knee. Ugh. Well, there we have it. That is playing at the moment. We've discussed what we are playing. What are you playing? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Amy, are you back for a little bit of bombs? Ahoy!
Yeah.
Yay!
What questions have we got today?
Oh my gosh, that was terrifying. I don't know if you could hear that. Do you hear
what
that?
happened?
Do you hear that?
What?
No? There's like massive banging. I got really scared. Let's move on. That was terrifying.
Are
Holy
you okay?
crap.
Do we
You are
need
not
to,
allowed
like,
to play Half-Life ALYX.
do we need to come to your house
That just
and
like came to
rescue you?
life. I don't know what just happened. Oh my god, I'm so
Is this a
scared.
bit?
This is not a bit.
Amy's
I'm
final
serious.
destination is her time's up. So let's get to the question.
Oh god, that was really scary. Okay, so yes, bombs away Q&A. This first question is from a Patreon bomber backer. Of course, I am also gonna get a question from you guys watching right now on Twitch. So please send in your questions. Okay, so this first one is from James Smith. In your opinion, graphics aside, is the Final Fantasy VII remake better than the original?
Did you play the
Unfair
original?
question. Unfair question because the remake is only a part of the story.
The what?
Oh, I hear that banging now. Amy.
Yes,
I'm
hello.
not crazy. Trick or treat.
Let's pretend one of your neighbors is hanging a painting.
Yeah.
That's the sweetest thing. That's like every time there's a siren, I was like, oh, someone's dying. And then Alicia would be like, oh, my friend would be like, no, it means that someone's about to have a baby. And I'm like, that is the sweetest, most positive outlook. And I was like, I need more of that. And I just saw Trisha do exactly that.
Well, they almost never ambulance you when you're about to have a baby. They tell you to get your own prego butt there. So probably not.
And the
But
fact
yes,
that
portrait hanging. And back to Final Fantasy VII, I think it's an unfair question because the Final Fantasy VII remake only covers the Midgar portion of the story, whereas the original Final Fantasy VII is a whole complete story. So if you're just comparing those two, I think the original kills it plot-wise because it's the actual entire story. But who knows? Once we get the entire story from the remake series, because I think that's what they've been hinting at, is that they're going to tell the whole story maybe in a series of remade games for Final Fantasy VII, then I think that'll be a more fair comparison. But that being said, I love the story editions so far, at least. I know people said they weren't super happy with the changes at the end of the remake. No spoilers, no spoilers. I haven't gotten there yet. Maude?
neither. I kind of bailed on it a little bit. I never played the original. My first ever Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 12 on the PlayStation 2, and it wasn't even my PlayStation 2. It was my then boyfriend's PlayStation 2, and he would look up the maps while I would play the game. Well trained. I was actually thinking about that, how I have impacted every single ex-boyfriend with like their gaming habits.
Good
Shout
for
out
you.
to Tom. Sorry about your Overwatch addiction. Eek. But yeah, no, I've only been playing Final Fantasy 7. I bought 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever they were. They remember how they made them all on the Nintendo DS? I bought them all with very good intentions to play them, and I just never did. I actually think I still have them somewhere in a drawer. There you go. Thanks for the question. Do we have one from Twitch?
We do. This one's from the Catnip Ninja. If we get a game brain link in the future, would you do it?
Wait, if we get a game brain blink?
Link.
Link.
So like you can literally plug in or have like a chip.
Oh, like an
fused.
implant.
That's like
I
Black
mean, the other
Mirror
thing-
stuff, no?
Instead of cyborg, I'm a cyborg, Maude. But the thing is, it's like as soon as it becomes technological, it has the ability to break or to be taken over. And I don't know if I would want someone to hack me and then turn me off, or, you know.
I'm into it. I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah?
Cyborg me up, baby. Give me more immersive gaming.
I would love a
am
cybernetic
in.
something.
I am.
Like, you know, R2-D2 can open all the doors and hack into the mainframes and systems with his little... That would be cool.
There's
I'd be down
already
for
people that have like RFID chips and stuff like in their hands. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you need my business card? Here, just scan beep my skin. Like that kind of stuff is already happening. But yeah, if there was like a gaming plugin, hell yes. I'm sure there would be scary things like every episode of Black Mirror that's dabbled with that exact same topic.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
hopefully humanity's not quite as bad as in Black Mirror, right?
Hopefully.
Thank you so much for the questions, both in Twitch and submitted through the Geek Bomb Patreon. Thanks so much for having power with us. That is playing done. Stick around though. Watching will be happening right after these messages.